everyone misses out on training the rotator cuff muscles. Don't be one of those people. Whether you have an injury or not, make sure you have these exercises incorporated into your shoulder strengthening exercise routine. Hey everyone, my name is Joy Agude. I'm a chartered physiotherapist and the proud founder of The London Physio. Now, we are a virtual physiotherapy service that you can tap into from anywhere in the country. If you need one-on-one advice for an injury that you already have, or you're looking for the best set of exercises to help you avoid injury, or you need a second opinion on something, then feel free to check us out. It's all the w's.thelondonphysio.co.uk. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, then please make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up as well, and you can click the notifications button so you are the first to hear of any videos that I post. Disclaimer, as always, do not take this as medical advice. Make sure you're seeing someone one-on-one, a healthcare professional like a chartered physiotherapist. This is general information that may not be suitable for your specific condition. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about rotator cuff strengthening exercises. I'm going to be walking you through some of my favorite exercises. And if you didn't already know, the rotator cuff muscles are four muscles that have individual functions, but together they act as the core stability muscles of your shoulder. So whether or not you have an injury, you should be making sure that you incorporate rotator cuff strengthening exercises into your exercise routine. And if you have an injury already, then no excuses. You need to get on these exercises. Now, one thing I would say before I show you the exercises is they don't need a lot of resistance because they are small muscles. When you actually look at them, physically they're small muscles. So do not go heavy on the resistance bands. Just do what feels right. It feels challenging enough, but not overpowering, because the moment you do that, then the bigger muscles around the shoulder will kick in and it completely defeats the purpose entirely. And without further ado, I'm going to show you some of my favorite exercises right now. Let's get into it. This exercise is called external rotation. As you can see, I've got my elbow tucked in to my side, and then I'm just moving my forearm outwards, and I'm also trying not to rotate my spine. Otherwise, all of the movement, of course, will come from the spine, and then your shoulders are actually not doing what they're supposed to. So this is external rotation because you're rotating the ball out of the socket, and you want to repeat this 10 times. So this one is an upwards diagonal exercise that looks like you're drawing a sword out of your opposite hip. Now, if I didn't have to film this, my arm would come down a little bit lower, but I had to sort of fit it into the frame. So if you're doing this, try and bring your arm all the way to the hip and then draw it all the way in the opposite direction over your head. This is a fantastic exercise that engages all of the rotator cuffs, and again, you can repeat 10 times. Good old abduction. We all love this one. It's done by a muscle called supraspinatus, one of the physio's favorites. Essentially, all you have to do is stabilize your other arm. You can step on the band as well, actually, but make sure you're taking your arm straight out to the side. So try not to bring that arm forwards or backwards. Keep it out to the side and keep the resistance particularly low for this one because it's a super small muscle. I don't know why I look so serious in this video, but repeat 10 times. Now, this is one of my favorites for strengthening rotator cuffs together. This exercise is an extension exercise, but as a start, you could kind of go from 90 degrees flexion. So notice how my arm doesn't go all the way above my head at the top. You can kind of start somewhere in the middle and bring your arm down. You've got to be standing to the side of the band to allow your arm to come straight down. I really love this one. It's a really good exercise that demonstrates how all the rotator cuffs can work together to stabilize the head of that humerus as you go up and down. So this is a descending diagonal. Remember how we did an ascending diagonal? This is a descending one. So you're pulling from the opposite shoulder down towards the hip. And also just notice how I bring my arm all the way down to my side. So you really want to do that and feel it in the rotator cuff muscles. Try not to move your body as much as I'm moving mine. Essentially, just make sure a lot of the movement comes from the shoulder itself as opposed to the spine. This one is called internal rotation by a muscle called subscapularis. You are rotating the ball into the socket. Just make sure you've got your elbow tucked in and you're not moving your body as much as it looks like I'm moving mine. Now this might be a bit tricky to stabilize the resistance band, but as you can see, I've got a door stopper for most of my exercises. So if you don't have a door stopper, you might want to tie your resistance band on the knob of the door or in the doorway itself. I really hope you enjoyed watching all of these exercises. Remember, you can tap into our service. It's allthews.thelondonphysio.co.uk if you needed some advice one-to-one. Until next time, look after yourselves and each other.